Are there objective reasons that metal could be the best music genre, and why is it? I'm here to talk to you about that. I'm here to plead my case. And yes, I'm going to do it in probably the least metal article of clothing I have, because why the fuck not? We're here for a fun time, not a long time. Why is metal the best genre on the planet? I'm gonna proceed to make the most subjective arguments ever and try to sell it as objective with my conviction, my charm, my wit. No, I'm just kidding. I genuinely think I have some reasons that I can bring to the table. But I'm also turning this over to you guys to kind of plead your own case of why you think metal is the best musical genre, if you think it is. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. I love so many different types of musical genres that I don't really fucking care, honestly. But let's tone down the silliness and let's get serious for a moment. To me, I think that metal has something for quite literally everyone and anyone. And you could say this about so many different types of genres, because there, at this point in the modern musical landscape, there are about a bajillion genres and subgenres for everything, and there's always like branches on every tree. But I've yet to not be able to find something that someone enjoys if they're wanting to get into the metal genre or they don't like metal usually. I mean, I literally could sit here for 10 minutes ranting about all of the different ways that metal can come across, and I don't think I need to tell any metalhead that or prove a point, but you have everything from lo-fi to hyper-produced to sanitized to pop-centric to heavy shit, aggressive shit, introspective stuff, poeticism, raw lyricism, horror-based things, progressive and technically impressive music. The point I really want to hammer home is metal has taken from just about everything in a way that I personally have not seen any other genre be able to do. You can find just about any subgenre or genre of any other musical genre brought into metal in some form or fashion. Folk being brought into black metal and just metal as a whole. You're seeing more hip-hop and rap-centric moments brought into metal. Don't even need to tell anyone about like the new metal and alt metal scene. Grunge was brought into the alt metal scene. You're seeing nowadays people blend the lines of what's considered metal more so every single day. Bands like Sleep Token bringing in mainstream R&B and trap. You're seeing gent bands take all these progressive and technical influences and putting it into a metalcore format. You're seeing metalcore bands be more based in punk. You're seeing bands that take influence from rock and roll music like black and roll and death and roll genres. You're seeing so many different little influences and micro movements and subtle things. I truly do think that metal is one of the most constantly evolving and flourishing genres that is always blossoming into some new direction if you are just willing to look at it. And that's not even crossing the bridge of atmospheric bands, shoegaze influenced bands, ambient influenced bands, dark ambient, and just everything. Like literally there are things for everything. And I'm not calling every other genre insulated, because there is always experimentation and boundary pushing artists that are wanting to recontextualize and redefine what music can be within the confinements of the genre they're playing in, and I'm in no way throwing shade at any other genre. But like when I'm on Discord or something and I have someone come to me and be like, Lex, I'm wanting to get into metal, what the fuck do I do? Where do I start? I don't like metal. The very first thing I ask is, what do you like in non-metal? And almost always I'm able to find something that translates what they usually like into a metal format, and I think that speaks volumes to the diversity and the versatility that metal can constantly show. But I don't want to be so robotic. I want to talk a little bit emotionally about my connection to the metal community and something that I think every single person can relate to in some form or fashion. There are bad apples in the metal community. I'm the first to say it. There are a lot of elitists, a lot of gatekeepers, a lot of purists, a lot of people that are dicks. But whenever you get a lot of people in one place, you're obviously gonna get that. And anyone saying that like any fandom is a utopia, you're just fooling yourself, or you've not been in the right corners of it. The metal community, I fucking love it. It genuinely, in many ways, raised me. When I was growing up, I did not have many people that liked the things that I like. And without the bands that I grew up listening to, I don't know that I would have been who I am today. And especially without the creators that I watch. The Cover Killer Nations, the Killbots, the Brain Smashers, the Vinyl Vlogs, the Wyatt XMs. There were so many people that, I have to say it, like raised me, in quotes, that shaped so much of my beliefs and how I feel, and that's not even getting into all the shit that I've taken from like the punk movement. I'm kind of like in many ways a Gen Xer at heart when it comes to a lot of my beliefs and the bands that I listen to. I have that sort of 90s grunge skater kid in me. So if y'all ever wanted to know like where I stand on a lot of stuff, think like 1998 skater kid and you're getting pretty close. While there are dicks in the metal community, just like any other community, it is one of the most accepting, welcoming, kind-hearted, and just fucking fun places that I have ever had the pleasure of being in on the internet. And I am eternally blessed to have the platform that I am to be able to make videos I'm passionate about with a community of people that I know feel so deeply about the things that they listen to for one reason or another. And I know you can go under a Justin Bieber or an Ariana Grande video and have people saying, "This saved my life." More power to them if they did that. But I feel like metalheads feel more of a connection to the music they listen to that goes beyond the surface level. When I talk to a lot of pop fans or hip-hop fans, yeah, they could probably tell you a lot about the artists they like, but they listen to their songs as just bops, as mindless entertainment a lot of times, and maybe it helped them through a rough breakup or a patch of depression, but metalheads fucking feel that shit. Metalheads have a flame in them that I just cannot properly express or put into words with my mortal words, but it is a feeling, a brother and sisterhood. It's like a military. And when you go to any metal show, specifically like underground metal shows, you feel that camaraderie in a way that I just don't necessarily think a lot of other genres can properly relate to. Metal was created for the people that society turned away, for the people that were the black sheeps, for the people that didn't fit in, for the people that didn't look the part, act the part, the people that were just introverts that were looking to hate the world a little bit because they didn't fuck with the way that things functioned. And past all the diversity and versatility of what metal can make, I have never felt a fandom be more loving and accepting than the metalhead community. And I know I talk a lot of shit about different places where people are dicks or douchebags, and I'm not taking away from that. They exist. But as someone who has been a part of so many fandoms throughout my life, I would not trade the metal community for anything. There truly is a place for everyone, and I'm not going to say you're not going to get ridiculed or demeaned or talked down to. I've certainly had my fair share of people judge me for various things about myself in the metal community, but I know that that would be true of anywhere, and I have kind of a negativity bias, and in the grand scheme of things, I know for every one bitch that like would judge my character for some reason or another, there are going to be 9 people that are going to be coming for their ass like an attack dog in my defense. And that is the mentality of metalheads. You stick up for metalheads. You're there for them. You understand what the other person is going through. And I hate to pull it out, but real metalheads, they don't care about your music taste. They don't care what you listen to or how you look. They don't think you're a poser. They're not going to slam a door in your face. Technically speaking, from like a musical department, I think that metalheads are, in a fairly objective way, some of the most talented musicians that you will find. Now, I'm not someone that thinks that heaviness should define music or makes you better, or that technicality or playing at a fast BPM makes you insanely talented. There are plenty of incredible funeral doom metal bands that I love. But how can you listen to a band like Caligula's Horse or Devin Townsend, or even like a very popular band like Tool or something? Some of the crazy acrobatics vocally that a Alex Terrible from Slaughter to Prevail does, or a Will Ramos of Lorna Shore, or some of the classic death metal vocalists, the Corpse Grinders, the Jeff Becerras, the Chuck Schuldners, or the incredible guitar playing of people like Dimebag Darrell. Some of the 5,000 BPM ways that these percussionists of like very heavy grindcore and power violence bands can play, or the way that there are so many cool ways to approach sound design, whether you're talking one side of the scale being very lo-fi and primitive and having that sort of ferocity, and the other side being very well produced and hyper sanitized, and not say that these are some of the coolest musicians just on the block. For anyone that says that metal vocals do not take talent, just try to do what Travis Ryan does. You know, Travis Ryan from Cattle Decapitation, when he's like, yeah! I'm not taking away from the fact that, like, being a really fast rapper, I'm not taking away from any hip-hop artist or electronic artist that makes an awesome beat or instrumental, or people that are very minimalistic and scant and pretty. There's something to be said about a gorgeous ballad, or a minimalistic, scantily produced folk song, or the endless expansiveness of a great ambient track, or the grooviness of a rock and roll banger. There is a talent to the craft of any sort of genre, but I just think in a pretty objective way from a musical standpoint, metal is like one of the most incredible genres. And I don't want to get on too much of like a personal rant from my perspective. I just wanted to kind of make some bigger points that I think are as objective as you can get. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. What are your opinions of this? And why do you think metal is the best genre? If you think it is. If you don't, that's cool. And I'd love to know, what is your favorite music genre if it's not metal? You can let me know down in the comment section below. There is no wrong answer. Feel free to get as personal or ranty as you want for the discussion. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is, my name is Jay Morris, signing off saying,